Hi, I'd like to show you one of my favorite foods I like to eat. It's called tuna puffs. I'll start with some of the ingredients that I use. One is the Grand's flaky layers biscuits. You can use generic or whatever brand you choose. Choose these. I use mozzarella cheese, shredded mozzarella. It works out really well. It blends in real nice and fills the sandwich up good. And then we use some Fit and Active sandwich spread. You can use Miracle Whip or whatever you choose. And actually the main ingredient is the tuna. You put the tuna in there and mix it in. And then we finish off with an onion. Okay, before we start making the rolls, we have to set the oven to 350 for the correct baking time. Okay, before we start putting the biscuits on, you should spray your cookie sheet with Pam to get a nice slippery layer so that biscuits can come off. As you can see, there's quite a few scratch marks, so this has been well used. The next step is to flatten your biscuit out as thin as you can, just like this, and I'll show you. Just by using your thumbs, you work it back and forth, just work it, smooth it out. You want to widen it so you get a nice circular disc. You don't have to be perfect, but just almost like you're making a mini pizza. Move it out, stretch it as you're stretching. Do it pretty well. Very carefully. Lay it out in your pan. The next step in preparing these tuna puffs is naturally take the tuna. You took it out of a can. You kind of mix it up a little bit, break it up. And then what you want to do is add some onion and dice it up, smaller pieces, doesn't have to be perfect, just enough, but remember, you're only going to make so many tuna puffs, so you don't really need that much onion. And then you're going to need a couple tablespoons, maybe a tablespoon at the most of cheese. And you're going to mix these ingredients in here together, and then last you're going to take probably about a good tablespoon of mayonnaise. And then combining all the ingredients, mix it up to make a nice paste. Okay, this is what it's going to look like once you mix in the onion, the cheese, and the mayonnaise. It's going to have a consistency pretty much looking like this. Okay, now that you have the tuna mixture mixed up really good, you're going to have 4 of these biscuits laid out. Now I already took and scooped a portion of this inside, really about a ½ inch gap around. Because what you're going to do is take the other biscuit side, put it over top, and just crimp those ends nice and tight. Okay, your final step in making these tuna puffs is you're going to take your other biscuit, you're going to flatten it out, almost looking like this. Flatten it out nice and even. And then you're going to slide it over the top, and then you're going to start crimping it. You're going to start crimping those ends, making it around, crimp those ends around. So you get a nice seal going around here. It's going to almost look like a mini pot pie when you're done. Okay, when you have that pretty well, you're going to take your fork and very carefully kind of poke, just dab it around here and there with these. See, it's going to look like that. Alright, I use 1 tube of biscuits because each tuna puff takes 2 biscuits. Already preheated to 350. I'm going to put my biscuits in the oven, slide them in there. They usually bake for around 15 minutes until they're golden brown. The tube will give you different bake times, but keep a close eye on it. You can eye it up. Once you see that golden brown texture on there, you know you're done. Okay, nice side that I like to have, sometimes it's a little pineapple. It's just a nice sweet taste to it. It goes so well. And then I'll have a nice big glass of V8 juice. Nice and healthy. It just tops off this wonderful meal. Now let's check our tuna puffs, how they turned out. Open this up. This is going to be super hot, so always make sure you wear a nice mitt. Okay, pulling it out. Oh, that's perfect. Nice golden brown textures. Nice and soft. Looks like we turned out very well. Alright, this is the finished product here. This is going to make a wonderful dinner, and best of all, a perfect lunch for tomorrow. Enjoy. Okay, just to show you what it looks like in the inside, you're going to very carefully cut it. And as you peel this apart, oh, look at that. Nice and gooey, nice crust texture. Turned out really well. I'm ready to enjoy, and I hope you enjoy this too. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy.